Alright, we got a little carpet cleaning job here. Let's see what we're into here. Got really bad light back here. It's kind of dark. Alright, this is kind of a lost cause, and what we're doing, we're cleaning for some people on a really tight budget. They do not want to spend any more than absolutely necessary, so they did the vacuuming, and we're not treating any special stains or anything like that. And the carpet, and the funny part too is the carpets have to be dry in an hour because they're bringing their kids and stuff back home. They're at a funeral right now, so we're going to do this quickly. So we're just going to scrub it as good as we can, and we have to get it done so it can dry fast. We're going to have to leave the doors and stuff open so it can dry, and they're going to be back in about an hour, and it has to be basically ready for kids to tromp in on. So we're going to spray it with a pretty heavy pre-spray. We're using simple green. Would you put 2 cups to a gallon?
On this one, I just poured it in until it looked right.
Yeah.
I eyeballed it.
Sometimes instead of using it by a measurement, you just go to a certain shade of green when you're using simple green. But we'll try to video as much of it as we can. We'll see how this room turns out, the way it looks. Now, I can't guarantee that these carpets are going to look brand new when we're done. In fact, I can almost guarantee they won't. And these are really old carpets too, so we'll see how it goes. But he's going to pre-spray everything, then we're going to start scrubbing and get as much as we can, as quick as we can. It's not going to be perfect, but that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to get out of here because we don't have time to play around with this. So stay tuned. Alright, we're getting ready to start the madness.
Yeah, this is a real bad one.
And the bonnet, he just got it wet and lightly wrung it out. Now, before people start putting the comments in the comment section, which usually happens because people didn't even watch the video, we're going to tell you right now, this is not exactly something that we think is the right way to clean this carpet. But we tried to encourage them that it needs to be extracted as well. They just didn't want to spend the money. So
this is the right way to clean the carpet, but a follow-up extraction would have also been right to add that in.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay, and we're not going to do nothing. We're not nice guys.
Not when it comes to giving away our work for free. So this is kind of an El Cheapo, and we kind of felt sorry for him, but we aren't going to give him a bunch of stuff either.
Here's the thing: when you clean carpet for people, you didn't make the mess; they did. Don't feel pity on them when they cry about how bad the place is. It's like, well, don't let your kids eat over the carpet then.
Yeah.
You know, it's not our fault that they...
Well, it's no big deal. But it's one thing, you're occasionally going to run into customers that you can work for or not. And it's not going to be a typical thing. You're going to have to work a special deal with them. And if you can make it something that you're both going to be okay with, that's what you do. This is not, this is not an ideal situation, but these people are kind of desperate to get something quick done. And that's what we're doing. We already told them it's not going to look that great when we get done. It'll look okay, but it's not going to look that great. And we're just going over everything quickly for them. And they're going to live with the results. And later on, they may get it cleaned a little bit more when they got a little bit more money in the budget. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but it's about 2 weeks till Christmas right now, so money's kind of tight for a lot of people. And it may be January sometime before this video actually is out there, but that's what's going on too. They're trying to get Christmas going for their kids and stuff, so they don't want to spend a lot of money on this. Alright. Now he's just going to go for a while, and we're just kind of scrubbing the stains out. And he may flip the bonnet here in a minute, or he may wash it out a couple times, but that's pretty much all you do. You just keep going. When it looks like it's not cleaning, you flip it over.
You just keep on trucking.
Yeah. When it looks like it's not going to pick up anymore on the other side, then you wash it out, wring it out, and start over again. Now we've got these machines on we have an Amazon influencer storefront, and I'll put a link in the video description. And you can get information on the Oreck Orbiter, some of the other pads and bonnets and brushes that are available, because you can do all sorts of things with these machines besides clean carpet. You can refinish floors, you can do regular floor cleaning. I meant refinish wood floors. You can sand them and everything. There's a lot of different things you can do with this machine, and it's really versatile. So we like it because this is a very low moisture method. We could spray these carpets down and go over them with the bonnet, and the carpets will be dry pretty quick.
We like it because it's the easiest way there is to do stuff like this.
Yeah, it's good at scrubbing, and this carpet needs scrubbed.
Big time. And it is absorbing. We're not just scrubbing the dirt in and leaving it in the carpet. It's going in the bonnet. We're not leaving nothing behind. It's all getting absorbed. So it's not like we're going to leave a mess in the carpet when we're done. It won't. It'll get all of it in the bonnet and wash right down the sink when you wash the bonnet out.
Okay, I pulled the curtain. I'll be back in a second. I pulled the curtain up in
I'm
here.
ready to get to the dirtiest area.
All right. Yeah, we may be able to see that better now. Yeah, we're trying to hurry because when they come home, they're going to come home with a bunch of kids, and they're going to come flying in here, and it's going to be chaos. And we don't want to be here when that happens.
Nope, we don't want to see that.
So they're going to be home in an hour, and we want to be out of here by then. Yeah, they have a lot of red stains and everything that
We're not taking those out.
we're not messing with that right now.
Just keep filling. Hello. Hello. You want to know something that messes me up and makes me mad? When Google calls and says, am I trying to get calls if regarding my Google listing? That's what that was. I hate sales calls.
Well, it happens to the worst of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we had the time, we'd go back over this carpet again. We'd clean the bonnet out and go back over it again and get it a lot cleaner looking than this, but we really just didn't. This is kind of a rush job, so.
I'm going to do it good, though. I mean, I'm going to treat it like it's any other job that needs done real well. We don't ever go and just do, shoddy work because we're not getting paid well or because, customers want it done cheaply and all that. We do every job like they're paying $500. We treat them all the same. But, this is going to be really just difficult. But remember this, if you're trying to get into carpet cleaning and you run across one of these and the guy says, you didn't do a good job of cleaning my carpet, you tell him, look, I didn't mess up your carpet. You did.
Well, this is why it's important. This is why it's important. Get things worked out ahead of time. Don't wait till after you're done and you're waiting to get paid, and then talk about the fact that you can't guarantee 100% stain removal, and the fact that the method you used isn't going to get red stains out. That's a separate process, because you want people to. What it really boils down to with any kind of deal with a customer is you want to make sure and give them the reasonable expectation up front of what's going to happen. And as long as you don't,
don't make promises you can't fulfill.
Yeah, don't spread too much sunshine and joy in life, because when it comes to business, people are going to hold you accountable for doing what you said you're going to do. In this case, we told them flat out, there's not much we can do with this for what you guys are wanting to do.
It's actually
today.
turned out pretty good.
Well,
they're going to be lucky because we're doing a lot more than what I thought we'd get done.
Gonna flip that.
Not yet. Now, someone asked us before, how do you know when it's time to flip your bonnet over? I'll tell you how you know. When it seems like it's not working, that's when it's time. If you're going along and it's spinning the carpet, doing a great job, and all of a sudden it seems like it quits doing a great job, it's time to either flip your bonnet over and use the other side, or it's time to wash the entire bonnet out and put it back down wet again. Or you can get another bonnet if you want to carry 8 or 10 bonnets with you, like a lot of people do. I don't like dirtying up a whole bunch of bonnets.
Yeah. Now the real deal in this situation too is these are typical. This is a situation where you have tenants, and what's really going on is they got the landlord on their back because they let their carpets get so filthy. They just have to get some improvement. If it shows that they made an effort to improve their carpet somewhat, he'll give them some more time. Eventually, they're going to have to get this cleaned completely, but this is enough to get them through so they get out of their temporary situation they're in. And later on, they're going to have to get these things cleaned a little bit more, obviously.
Now, we're not saying we're giving them a mediocre cleaning. They're just not paying us to extract. I believe in bonnet cleaning, and I believe in doing bonnet cleaning completely by itself. But in some situations, if the clients will pay you, I advise that you do some bonnet cleaning and some extraction if you can, because.
Well, the nice thing about bonnet cleaning is this: if you got a really, really dirty carpet, For example, if you've got this carpet like this, and if you get an extractor and you try to go over this and get all the stains out, what's going to happen is by the time you get done, that carpet's going to be soaking wet because of all the water you got to put down. If you have an Oreck orbiter, you can still extract that carpet, but what you want to do is you want to scrub it real good first. Get as much out with the bonnet as you can. That way when you go over it with the extractor, you're not having to make multiple passes like that. You're just sucking up whatever residue and whatever loose dirt didn't happen to get picked up in the bonnet. Bonnets don't pick up sand and loose dirt like that and gritty things. They only pick up the stuff that's in the stain. The loose stuff that's in the bottom of the carpet that a vacuum didn't get, bonnets can't absorb a lot of that, but an extractor can because it flushes it with water. But like I said, you don't want to just go and extract these if you can help it, because you're going to get the carpet soaking wet because you're putting so much water down as you're going. So ideally in a situation like this, we'd get it really clean with a bonnet, then do a quick extraction to get up anything that bonnets don't absorb. And we're just not going to be able to do that in this situation. But that's okay. We're doing what they need done temporarily, which is to get into a situation they won't be in trouble with their landlord anymore. And that's the real deal of this. Probably if the landlord didn't say anything to them, they'd just let the carpets get even dirtier. They wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. These are people that they've talked about hiring us like 5 times in the past. They always back out the last minute. So we were kind of amazed they didn't back out the last minute this time. But this is what, this is, you know, it used to be pretty dirty and it's getting dirtier and dirtier. It's been about a year that they've lived here and the carpets got bad from the very start. They've got little kids. You can see by the crayon marks here on the wall. They've got kids. You get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and come up here and look in the window, and their kids are up all night jumping up and down and playing. So they got a lot of problems with their kids. Their kids are real wild. They're real little, and you can't control them, I guess. Let me see. It's somewhat better.
It's a lot better.
There's
From
some
what it
dingy.
was,
There's still some dingy looking spots like right in here.
that's not dirt. That's where the carpet fibers are permanently discolored.
Yeah, it's just discolored because of wear. These carpets are pretty worn out. Now I know for a fact that they don't have a pet, but there's pet damage up here, so someone had a pet up here probably before them.
They claimed that that was from their vacuum cleaner.
Well, maybe so.
They told me that. So now the more I go over this, the more stuff I see coming out. So it's coming pretty clean. Now we're not trying to make it look like these are horrible, dirty people. When people are young and they got kids, and they both work full time and all that stuff, it's hard to keep a clean house.
Things get away from you.
Sure enough. So they're just having the struggles of life. But yeah, their carpet, it's a lot better actually. I'm not so sure it's not pretty nice.
Right there's a big transition zone right here, so you can see this is where the couch sits. And this carpet here is discolored because it's always exposed to foot traffic and spills and everything. And there's not anything we can really do with that today.
Yeah, let me see if I can
What they need to do is put their couch right back where it was. The worst thing you can do is get your carpets clean and then put your couch in a different spot. So the brand new carpet is sitting out there where you see an obvious difference between that and the worn carpet. I won't spend too much time here because you got to get to that bedroom, and it's
Yeah,
probably
good.
worse.
Pretty good. This is the room everybody sees when they come in the house. It's the one that stands out.
Well, a lot of times when you're trying to get a big area cleaned at one time, don't focus too much on one area that's really dirty. Leave it and go get the other areas. And when you get the whole thing done, then go back on the areas that don't look right. And I'll tell you why, because a lot of times these things lighten up as they're sitting.
Yeah, you might find if you go to another area, when you come back to an area you thought was dark,
It's blended back in.
It's faded out, so it's fine.
All right, you want to do that bedroom real quick?
I gotta spray everything.
I thought you sprayed it.
No.
All right, I'm gonna pause the
We're
camera.
gonna turn the camera off and come back because I gotta fill the spray up with solution and all that stuff. So.
All right, work in progress.
I get ready to start that area, I'm flipping the bonnet and we're gonna go for broke.
Yep. Yeah, I wish they would have wanted to spend a little bit more. We could get the carpet almost, I think we'd get this carpet looking almost new except for the wear.
We're doing it good.
And get a bunch of the stains. We could probably get a little bit cleaner looking if they want to spend more money.
Well, we could take out stains with the
You gonna flip the bonnet?
I will.
While you're in this area, I'm gonna show them how this other part just looks. We did a little time lapse video. If it worked, we got it. So you already saw it, and if it didn't work, we didn't even use it. But we were trying to be able to show this whole thing a little bit more. Let me see if I can find an angle with good lighting to show. Still a little bit. This is probably. Find an angle here. All right. If we have time, maybe we can go over some of the spots a little bit more, but I don't know how much time we're going to have.
We'll see.
All right, you just flip the bonnet over?
Yeah, you ready?
Yep, go for it.
There we go.
Now, I don't know if you can really tell on video, but these carpets,
This
Look at that.
dark black.
that looks like mold growing in the carpet almost, but it's not. It's just filth, just nasty stuff. They probably spilt someone probably spilled some beverages there with sugar in them, and it made it so it's real sticky and
There's a
gooey.
good chance they spilled some, like, soda, and then an ashtray on top of it.
Now, when we get home, I'll wash this bonnet out. And what I usually do is I put it in like a sink with a sprayer. And I'll completely spray it till I don't see any more dirt coming out. And that could take a little while because they hold a lot of dirt. And then I'll put some dishwashing soap, like Dawn or something like that. I'll just spread that on top of it, and I'll start working soap through that bonnet. And I'll work it and work it and work it. It takes a little while to do it by hand. And then I'll rinse all the soap out. And make sure you get all the soap out. And then just let the thing air dry. A lot of people put them in their clothes washers, but these things are so nasty. If you do a job like this, I don't know if it hurts your clothes washer or not, but we just wash them by hand, and that way you can make sure you get them clean.
But you see that black stain, the heavy stuff came out.
Yeah.
Now, the carpet's so messed up, there's gonna be permanent, just where the carpet's permanently damaged. We're not fixing that, but we got the stains out. See us?
It still looks dark over there. It's part of the corner, but
Well, it ain't like it's not like it
pull
was.
grab the corner and pull it out towards you all the way across. Yeah, now pull it towards you. All right. A lot of it, sometimes you change the direction of the nap of the carpet.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It'll lighten up.
It's lightening it up.
Yeah, pull it towards you and it seems like it lightens it. It's just the direction of the nap.
It's doing good.
Come over this way one more because you got one little dark spot. Oh, yeah.
We never said it's gonna be perfect, but that's,
No, in fact, I remember saying at the beginning of the video, this is not going to end up being perfect when we're done. All right, I guess you want to go over some areas you can.
I might here in a minute.
I'm going to turn the camera off temporarily because he may go back over some spots in the living room or something. And he may, I don't know if he's going to wash the bonnet out one more time or not, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll just see if there's some stuff I can hit real quick like it is. Let me move the power first, hang on.
We're not going to rake the carpet or anything because they're going to be home really
They're
quick.
gonna
And
be running all over.
yeah, they're going to have kids going everywhere and they're getting ready to leave for a funeral, so they got to get everybody dressed. It's going to be a real nightmare, I'm sure, and raking the carpet is just unnecessary at this
Are they
point.
at the funeral or going to the funeral?
No, they got to come home and get ready for the funeral. They
Oh.
went someplace else first. Okay, well if you want to, we got a limited time, but if you want to go over this living room one more time, real quick.
Well, the living room is the main focal point of anybody's home. So, you want to give them normally I give living rooms the extra touch, so to speak.
Yeah, you can see the transition areas from where they come in. There's obviously a piece of furniture sitting here, but you got a light spot. So you can see where they walk in the house.
Yeah, you can see where all the furniture sits. It's
Yeah,
all,
this time of year, it's been a lot of rain and everything. So even by the time you climb up all these stairs, You can see, and everybody over here in this building takes a shortcut through the lawn instead of on the sidewalk. So they've got a lot of mud and dirt that's in their shoes by the time they get up here still. And their shoes are probably still wet by the time they get up here. So they end up getting dark, watery stuff into their carpets. I'm going to take a peek back in the back real quick while he's working on that. All right. This is better than it was. This is enough to keep them from having problems with the landlord. There's a dark stain in here that's gone. So, what do you think? You gonna call it quits there?
I'm done, man.
All
I'll
right.
tell you, here's the deal. If you're a carpet cleaner, or if you're getting into this, you're going to do a lot of carpets like this, and they're not going to be perfect, but they're going to be super clean compared to what they were. That's all you can do. And don't feel bad.
Yeah, you improve things.
Remember this.
You can't necessarily make them perfect, but you can improve them
here's
for
the
what
way
they
to
were.
live. You didn't make it like this. Don't worry about it. Whoever lives here dirtied the carpet up, not you.
Yeah. So that was about a half hour or so. I don't know exactly. That you can never get back if you watch this whole video, but we're glad you did. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. And before you leave a comment, remember we kind of did explain this isn't going to be perfect. So if you want to critique the bonnet cleaning method or the way the Oreck orbiter works, that's fine. But I mean, this is not something that anybody's going to be able to do with a half hour. Not very many people are going to get very far with this. So it's one of those things. We had to do it and get in and get out in a hurry. So that's what we did. Because we're going to be out of here before they come back home, and that's what they were kind of hoping for.
That's what we're hoping for. Technically, it's really pretty good. When it dries, it's going to look real.
Oh yeah, it will look better when it's completely dry.
We're not saying it's going to be like somewhat clean. It's going to be really nice. It's just it's not.
I was going to turn their ceiling fan on, but I'm not going to because when a ceiling fan is that dirty, you don't want to clean a carpet and then accidentally forget.
Let them do that.
Put the fan on, all that junk could fly off all over your carpet. So.
The carpet's actually really clean. It's just not perfect, but it's real clean. I'm happy with it. I feel like it turned out pretty good. I mean, it was ruined, so.
It's a big improvement over where it was, but it still
yeah.
has a way. I'd like to go a little further with it, but we're not going to be able to today. Hopefully in the future, they'll decide to do some more on this.
But actually, if you go look at it all the stains are out. It was heavily soiled. That's all that ruined it.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad.
It's actually really good.
Yep. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little disaster. Hopefully be improved at least a little bit. And till next time, thanks for watching.